Good morning. It's Friday. This is Kathleen Booth, and I'm here with another TGIF Friday blog. Wanted to share with you some thoughts today, owner to owner. So the audience for this blog today, this video, is really other owners of companies. I own my agency, and there's a lot of things that I face as challenges as an owner, or in this case, a co-owner. And some of these are connected to marketing. So one of those challenges is sourcing prospective employees. And these days, a lot of the owners that I talk to are really challenged by talent, finding great people and attracting them to their business and retaining them and developing a culture that attracts that type of person who's going to really excel. So I was thinking about this more recently, and one of the things I wanted to address is that nexus between talent acquisition and marketing. So more and more these days, when I interview people, and I do a lot of interviewing, I hear people say that they've looked at our Glassdoor rating. So if you're not familiar with Glassdoor, it's a website that allows employees, prospective employees, former employees, etc., to review your company. So it's kind of like Yelp, but for employment. Anyone can review any company. You as a business don't have to create your account on there. You may already be on there and not know it. So this is a sort of movement that's happening whether you take part in it or not as an employer. And it's becoming more and more important for you to be aware of what's being said about you on sites like Glassdoor. Why is that? Well, number one, as I said, I always ask people how they heard about us, why they were interested in interviewing at Quintain, and almost across the board, one of the comments I get is, I looked at your reviews on Glassdoor. It sounds like a great place to work. I really was interested in learning more. So something that we've managed internally here, we always ask our employees to review us. I hope that they do so honestly and candidly. And we've gotten, for the most part, good feedback. And that has helped us dramatically to attract good talent to our agency. Why is this a marketing issue? Well, there are a lot of people out there who don't have such great feedback, and there's a lot of reasons for that. So if your company has a bad Glassdoor rating, it could be because you have disgruntled former employees who've left or been terminated for cause and decided to take their revenge by posting a bad review. It could be because 3 years ago, your company wasn't as well managed, and there were legitimate reasons for concern, and the reviews weren't good, but maybe you've done a lot to address that. Either way, you're going to need to figure out a way to manage those ratings on Glassdoor and get them to improve. Now, I should stop and say, if you generally have a toxic environment at your company and the bad ratings are there because currently it's not a great place to work, there isn't much you're going to be able to do about this. But if you feel you have a great place to work and that those reviews don't accurately reflect what is in reality the experience of working at your firm, there are a couple of things you can do. Number one, ask your employees to review you. There is a feature in Glassdoor if you go on and claim your employer account, which is really important. I should actually back up and say this is number one. Go on and claim your account. Establish that you are the employer, and that'll give you access to a range of tools that you wouldn't otherwise be able to use. One of those is proactively inviting your team to review your company. Now again, you're not going to ask them to say good things, or you shouldn't at least. You should really just say, hey, could you please go on and give an honest review of what it's like to work here? And if it is a great place to work, you're going to get some really good reviews, and that'll help balance out some of the bad ones. And the fact that the better reviews are recent does count more. The second thing that you can do once you claim your employer account is you can actually respond to reviews. And I really recommend you do this for both good and bad reviews. So where you have bad reviews, go on, post a reply, and just acknowledge, hey, we've heard you. We're really listening, and we're working on addressing these issues. And if you've done things about them, you could say, and here are some of the things we've put in place to change this. If the review is from a disgruntled employee and there's no basis to it, you can kind of take that on. You can say, to provide some context, while we recognize we're not perfect, this particular review was written by someone who was terminated with cause, and we feel it's not an accurate reflection of what it's like to work here. And then when you get great reviews, just reach out and say thank you. That counts for a lot, and it just shows that you care and you're active and you're listening. So there are a number of other features on there that you can use if you claim your employer account. Posting photos, I think that's a great idea. Show what it's like to work at your company, show your employee parties, your outings, etc. And just give a better sense of what your culture at your firm is like. Make sure you're responding as the CEO. Don't have your human resources director do it. You know, the CEO's voice carries a lot of power, shows that you're invested in making it a great place to work. So this is all something that as an owner you should be concerned about, not just because it helps you attract the right people, but here's the really interesting thing. It might actually help you get more business. So one of the things that we do when we're talking with prospective customers is really look at their Glassdoor rating and see, what do people say about the management team? Are they, you know, people who are pleasant to work with? Are they fair? We are committed to really looking for the right clients, not just any client. And what we found in our experience is that a prospective client's Glassdoor rating can be very telling about how well we're going to be able to work with them as a team. Are they going to be respectful of our employees? Are we going to be able to have positive, you know, productive communication with them? So just as we look at that for prospective clients, I'm sure people looking to hire us as a marketing agency are probably also looking at our Glassdoor reviews and asking the question, what is this agency like? Should we work with them? What is the management team like? Can we trust them? Your Glassdoor rating says a lot about you. It's something that you as an owner cannot afford to ignore. So my challenge to you this week is go online, look and see what it says about you on Glassdoor, and do what you can to manage those ratings and see if you can improve your Glassdoor overall rating this week. Thanks a lot for joining me, TGIF. I'll see you next Friday.